Australia's new visa policies are creating waves and sparking fiery debates worldwide. These reforms are some of the most significant in recent years, and their ripple effects are being felt across industries, communities, and borders. In this video, we'll break down the real winners and losers of these changes. Whether you're an international student, a skilled worker hoping to secure your future, or a business owner relying on migrant labor, these new policies could affect you. From stricter criteria to unexpected opportunities, this shift in immigration policy is redefining who gets to call Australia home. If you're planning to migrate, work, or study in Australia, you'll want to stay informed. So, grab a seat, because we're diving deep into everything you need to know about Australia's visa policy changes in 2025. Overview of the 2025 policy changes. Australia is introducing some of the most transformative immigration reforms in recent years, designed to address workforce demands, population pressures, and economic priorities. Here's an overview of the major policy updates. 1. Increased points threshold for skilled visas. The points-based system, the backbone of Australia's skilled migration program, now requires higher scores to get a better chance of getting nominated. Applicants will need to showcase exceptional skills, experience, and qualifications to meet the stricter criteria. 2. Stricter English proficiency requirements. Proficiency in English has always been vital for Australian visas, but the bar is now set even higher. Applicants must achieve better scores in language tests like IELTS or PTE to demonstrate their ability to integrate and contribute effectively to the workforce. 3. Caps on certain occupations. To balance the job market and prevent oversaturation, quotas are being imposed on certain professions. This change makes it tougher for applicants in fields with an abundance of workers, such as accounting or marketing, to secure visas. 4. Temporary to permanent pathway adjustments. Migrants on temporary visas will face a more competitive process when applying for permanent residency. Stricter criteria and limited quotas mean that even those already living in Australia will need to prove their worth to remain long-term. 5. Regional priority visas. To encourage population growth outside major metropolitan areas, new incentives have been introduced for migrants willing to settle in regional Australia. Applicants choosing locations like regional Queensland, South Australia, or Tasmania could benefit from faster processing and additional points. These reforms reflect Australia's focus on attracting highly skilled workers while addressing regional development needs and reducing congestion in major cities. While the changes bring new challenges, they also create opportunities for those prepared to adapt. If you're to migrate to Australia, staying informed and strategically planning your application is more crucial than ever. Sounds intense, right? Let's break this down into winners and losers. Winners of the 2025 visa policy. Let's start with the winners, those who are poised to thrive under the new rules. 1. Skilled workers in high-demand fields. If your profession is on the medium and long-term strategic skills list like healthcare professionals, engineers, and IT specialists, you're in luck. These roles are still highly sought after, and the government is making it easier for you to secure a visa. 2. Regional migrants. Australia is pushing hard to develop its regional areas. Migrants willing to settle in places like Tasmania or regional Queensland will benefit from faster processing times, extra points, and even financial incentives in some cases. 3. International students graduating in key fields. Students who study STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math or healthcare courses in Australia can expect smoother transitions to work visas and eventually permanent residency. 4. Employers in regional areas. Businesses outside of metropolitan hubs now have more access to skilled labor through regional visa programs. This is a win for industries like agriculture, mining, and regional healthcare. 5. High-scoring applicants. If you've got stellar qualifications, extensive work experience, and top-notch English skills, the new points system could work in your favor. The higher the points, the faster you climb the priority list. Losers of the 2025 visa policy. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin, the losers, which are the groups that might find the new policies challenging. 1. Applicants in oversaturated occupations. If your profession isn't in high demand, like accounting or marketing, you might face stiffer competition or even outright rejection. 2. Those with lower English proficiency. The bar for English test is now higher, and for non-native speakers, this could be a major hurdle. 3. Migrants eyeing big cities. Dreaming of living in Sydney or Melbourne? Think again, as you'll face tougher odds in these cities. The government wants to ease the pressure on these cities and is directing migrants elsewhere. 4. Temporary visa holders. The pathway from temporary to permanent residency has become more competitive, and if you're already in Australia on a temporary visa, securing your permanent status might be trickier. 5. Applicants over 45 years of age. Age remains a significant factor in the points system, so if you're over 45, your chances of qualifying for certain skilled visas are slim to none. Why these changes? Why is Australia making these changes? Here's the scoop. There is population pressure as cities like Sydney and Melbourne are getting congested, and by encouraging regional migration, the government aims to ease urban overcrowding. Australia wants to fill skill gaps in critical industries while reducing reliance on temporary labour in saturated fields. Also, immigration has always been a hot topic in Australian politics, and these reforms reflect the government's attempt to balance public sentiment with economic needs. These policies are part of a broader effort to rebuild the economy and labour force strategically. How to navigate these changes. If you're planning to migrate to Australia, don't panic. Here's how you can stay ahead. Make sure your profession is on the MLTS, SL, STSOL, or ROL, as these lists are updated regularly, so stay informed. Consider taking prep courses to achieve higher scores on IELTS, PTE, or other accepted tests, and be open to living and working in regional areas. They're beautiful, often less crowded, and full of opportunities. Migration agents or consultants can guide you through the complexities of the new rules, and if you're struggling to qualify directly, enrolling in a course in Australia can open doors to visa options. There have been some personal stories of winners and losers of the Australian visa policy changes. Some IT professionals have shared how moving to a regional area boosted their points and helped them secure permanent residency. However, some marketing professionals have shared the challenges they faced after their occupation was capped. Things to remember. The 2025 Australia visa policy is a game changer. For some, it's a golden ticket to a brighter future, and for others, it's an uphill battle. But with the right strategy and preparation, you can navigate these changes and find your place in Australia. If this video was helpful, don't forget to share, and if you've got questions, drop them in the comments, and we'll answer as many as we can. Until next time, remember, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, as Australia could still be your dream destination. You just have to play your cards right.